What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Fourth Quarter Sports. It's your man Neves here. Got my dog Aaron. Aaron, how you feeling?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored, my brother. Yourself?
I'm always feeling good, man. Safe vacation, safe travels. Glad to be back.
That's good. That's
Talk to the
good.
guys.
Welcome
Talk about
back.
some sports, man.
Yes. Welcome back, my brother. Yep.
I appreciate it.
Of
So,
course.
hey, last night's game, man, we had a good one. Of course, you guys know the Thunder are facing off the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals. OKC is now up 3-2 after beating the Spurs last night, 127-114. What's your thoughts on that game last night, Aaron?
The series has gone a lot like I thought it would. Each team
Okay.
winning, going. I knew it was going to go seven. I think I predicted that before if they were going to play each other. OKC did what they were supposed to do. They're back on their home, defending champs.
Yeah,
The only thing that scares me is their injuries still, though. They came out and did their thing. They're at home. They were supposed to do what they're supposed to do.
of
But
course.
their injuries, that them lingering injuries. But I was surprised though by how bad they was putting that ass whooping on them though.
Yeah,
I was surprised about that.
the box score makes this game seem a lot closer than it actually was.
Yes.
Anybody that saw that game last night, you know this wasn't a 13-point game. This was probably the most dominant win in the series so far, I would say.
Yep. No, I'm with you. You could tell from the first couple minutes of the game.
Yeah,
Um, you could just tell the way Chet was playing, the way the role players were playing. They just had it. They knew, and you could tell the difference between a team that's a championship team that's been there because they know how important. Normally they say the person who wins Game 5. I forget what the percentage is.
yeah.
I know it's over 70% wins the series.
Mhm.
So they know because they've been there before, and I think that's what hurts San Antonio though too is no one on their team has been there except for Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison and
Yeah.
then Bismack.
Who
I think
else?
he was
Oh
Bismack
yeah,
had a good one
Bismack.
with
Man, he's
Toronto,
that.
but
Yeah, with
he
Toronto.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but the
But
guys who actually play, they ain't been
yeah,
there, so
and
it's
they're like
different.
they've been used to winning, man. The boys ain't won since they was in college. Most of them folks, man. A lot
Man,
of them.
yep,
Think
mm-hmm,
about it. De'Aaron never really won in Sacramento.
yep,
Harper and Castle, they're both young, never been in the playoffs.
mm-hmm.
Wimby never been in the playoffs. So yeah, they
Never
haven't
been in
had
the
anybody
playoffs.
that's really played any important games like this. Pretty much every game they play moving forward is the most important game of their career.
Yep,
Outside of Olympics, for some guys, this is the most important game they played every game
yeah,
moving forward. And like you said last night, it really showed championship DNA. Um,
mm-hmm,
SGA had his first, really SGA like game since I would say LA for real, man. He finished with
yeah, yeah,
32, 7 of 19 shooting, 6 for 17 from the free throw line, 9 assists. He's definitely been a great passer recently. I didn't see
mm-hmm,
that coming personally, but the way he's been able to get his team involved, um, when the scoring wasn't there, got
yep,
everybody involved, running the offense as a true point guard. And then even last night, getting back to the free throw line, he's so
mm-hmm,
great at doing, and then scoring, man. Well, SGA is 32. If he still had a 20-point game like he's been having the last couple of games, this is a
yep,
whole different conversation. But for me personally, my biggest takeaway outside of SGA was, and this is my problem with him. I
mm-hmm,
think he's an amazing player. I think he's the second best player left in the playoffs right now. But Wemby just disappears sometimes. To be
yep,
as big as he is, as dominant as he can be, to be as to be the best player in the league, like he wants to be, like he
mm-hmm,
could be one day, you can't you can't shoot 4 for 15. You can't go 0 for 5 from the line. He was 12 for 12 from the free throw line, but first of all, you had 15 shots. There's no
yep. You
reason.
can't have that.
Shapini has
Mm-mm.
15. Foxy had 15. I think Castle had 11. Vassell had 17, I think. But
Mm-hmm.
you can't take the third most shots, especially as a big, especially as the biggest big in the
As the
league.
biggest big, yes. And the best player on the team, 15 shots? No,
Yeah, it's
you need
crazy.
20 attempts at least from you every game.
And I'll give it
Every
to him.
game.
He had 12 free throws, so he doesn't really go towards your field goal attempts, but still, I didn't like seeing that. And it's crazy. I can't say it's lack of aggression because on defense he's so aggressive. He's an
Yeah.
amazing defender, but it's like for some reason it doesn't click consistently with him offensively. What do you think that is, man? Are you seeing the same thing? What's your takeaway?
I see that not just with him, with a lot of the other players as well. Now, this is what I was looking at them last night. This might be the first time because, like we were saying, a lot of these guys haven't been this far in the playoffs at all. If some of the guys like Castle and them definitely haven't. It could be fatigue. You got that much excitement. You're playing this long, and your body's not used to it. That starts to come into play. You look at a guy like Dylan Harper playing a lot. He hasn't even been playing good. He doesn't have the lift no more.
Yeah.
I think a lot has to do with that fatigue as well, with all them playing. Almost how what used to hurt the Knicks back when they had Thibodeau. Because he doesn't hit playing so much. It's starting to show, and I think last night it was really, I could see it even in Wemby. It was like they had tired legs.
Yeah.
Tired legs is going to cause tired mind. So I agree with you. And Wemby, not just Wemby, all the role players just didn't look themselves. I could tell within the first couple of minutes mentally they were just not there. The lights could have been too bright. In Wemby, the same tenacity he has on defense, like you were saying with the aggressiveness, he needs to carry that over to the offensive end. He has to. Like you said, 15 field goal attempts? No.
It's not going to fly.
Because you have to set the tone and have to make OKC work on a defensive end. If they know that you're not being aggressive on offense, they're like, that's what we want. That's what we want. Their best players not being aggressive on offensive end? Shoot, cool. Yeah. There's no reason why Champagnie should be taking as many shots as Victor. That's crazy.
I mean, he shot. He not shot him out the game, but he was the best 3-point shooter yesterday. He only shot 20% from three. 29% from three. So if he's your only shooter, I guess you gotta put him up. But you're not gonna win the game shooting 29% from the three.
Never.
And it's crazy. The other team only made 2 more threes, but their shot 44%.
And they were good attempts.
14 for 32 as opposed to San Antonio's 12 for 41. Those 2 extra shots look a lot different when it's 17 more field goal attempts going towards getting them.
Yep. And it's who's shooting them, driving kicks. It all depends. I feel like, like you said, with Champagnie having to just jack up shots, you're playing right into OKC's hands. OKC would love that. Oh, so the person who's going to shoot the most on your team is Champagnie? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, they'll live with that any day of the week.
Any day. And that's, why OKC, like you said, even though they only won by like 13-14, it looked like a 20-point, ass whooping the whole game, But the one thing that San Antonio let was Chet get some confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Chet had a couple, he wasn't settling for them jumpers. He was going to the cup, got a couple and ones on Cornette, so I don't know. This might come back to get San Antonio at home, and that's another thing. You going home now, your back's against the wall, the crowd's going to be going crazy. Is that energy going to be too much? Because, sometimes that energy can just deplete you as a player. Normally it happens when teams, the player gets the MVP trophy at home. It just depletes you, physically. So now it's like, what's going to happen? You at the crib, back against the wall, win or go home.
And then also, man, we're talking about the players being so young. Mitch Johnson is a young coach as well. Mitch Johnson is extremely young. I'm not sure how long he was in that organization, with Pop and all that, but Mitch is a really, really young coach. So, like, from a coaching aspect, man, what do you do as a coach? How do you first get your mental prepared, and then how do you get your team's mental prepared?
I feel like coming from a coach's standpoint, you got to take accountability. Accountability right away for the things that you did wrong, that you couldn't make mistakes. You take ownership of that loss. Because the first thing you got to do mentally is know it's going to affect the players more mental than physical, because that's just what basketball is. So he got to go in there right away. This is on me, guys. But you can't harp on it either. So I'm going to say, guys, it's over and done with. Well, they probably watched the film yesterday, or today, I'm sorry, they're going to watch the film. Pick that apart. Boom, it's over with now. So as a coach, I'm taking that accountability, letting them know it's on me, like any good coach would do. Don't ever throw your players under the bus. It's on me.
Yeah.
But then you also got to put some on them and say, okay, guys, it's on you guys as well in this next game.
So I heard him say game 1, not game 1, game 2.
Yeah.
Do you go back to the Pop tree? Do you, hey Pop, can I get a favor? Come holler at these boys real quick, or how do you feel about
I
that, man?
mean, I'll be honest with you. In that organization, yes, just to what Pop meets that organization, because when that man speaks, like who was
You
it? Darren
listen.
Fox said it. When he comes into the locker room, everybody shuts the fuck up.
Yeah, it was a whole different team when they said
And it
they
was a
heard him.
whole different team, and you have that voice in there that's like, oh shit. It's like Phil Jackson going into the Lakers or the Bulls locker room.
Yeah,
It's like Pat Riley going into the Heat. It's like, oh shit. Nah, we
yeah, they
gonna
the big
listen.
dog talking.
And
Yeah,
not just that, I would even add even David or Timmy. Because
okay.
they always there. Just sometimes you get a different perspective and a different voice, especially to
Yeah,
these young players. It's like you're playing for something else. You're playing for the legacy of the Spurs. You're playing for your
hmm
own legacy. Uh,
hmm
but oh yeah, definitely. That's an organization right there that we know bring in, pop in to just give him that 5-10 minute speech as he's known for.
yeah.
Because we already saw what happened in game two. We already saw.
And we saw it.
So
We saw how
yeah,
it
we
worked.
saw we saw how it works. Just his presence. Oh, shit, I'm definitely bringing him in if I'm Johnson. Quick with the quicks, you know. And if not him, I'm bringing in Timmy Davis. Just
Yeah,
somebody
that's
who
what they're
has
coming
that
in.
that has that pedigree that we know is the two best players in organization history. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely doing
Oh,
it.
and then hey, I got one more thing about the Spurs because I loved it, man. When I saw it, it really turned me up. And then he called hate for it, which I can see both sides. He deserved to get a little hate because it is dirty, but I like seeing it to kind of break that European soft, skinny narrative, that stigma. Women went to the bench last night. He hollered at Bismack Biyombo. He hollered at Plumlee. Soon as they get in the game, knocking Jeremy McCain on his ass. Next play, knocking back on his ass again. What does that do to a team, man? When your vets come in off the bench, they come in, they throw an elbow, they make a big play. What does that do to the locker room? How do you think the Spurs responded to that?
First off, that sets the tone that lets you know somebody got your back. Right away, they let you know somebody's got your back, and it's bigger than them, because they know the
Okay.
repercussions. Whether it could be a technical, getting thrown out, they're putting themselves to the side for the better of the team, to letting
Okay.
them know how serious it is this moment, because you don't know when we're gonna get back here, guys. You don't know
Yeah.
when. That's how basketball should be played, because now it's you as a teammate of the person who commits that hard foul. It's like, okay, yeah, okay, this is what we're here for, but you're also setting the tone for the other team. Oh shit, don't bring that weak shit in here. Or you,
Yeah.
or you bring that shit in here, you're gonna get
Yeah.
laid on your ass. Now you starting to play mind games. So I think that was great. You need those vets. That's why vets are so important. And that's why, the teams that like Miami when they had Haslam and case in
Yeah.
point when you got Bismack, you need those vets on the team sometimes to show the young guys. To
Yeah.
show the young guys and set that tone for a next game or even during that game. Just like I like, Wemby yelling at the teammates. You need that accountability. It doesn't
Yeah.
take.
Of course.
I hate it as a coach myself when the coach always has to hold the players accountable. Why? Because you respect more your peers because the peer is out there with you in the trenches. I'm a coach. I'm on the sideline.
Yeah.
I'm not out there with you. But when somebody's out there with you, nah, it resonates more in their minds. Like, oh shit, okay, let me listen. So I feel that could be key too. I feel that could
Oh.
be key too going into the next game.
And then I do want to get over to the Thunder real quick, but you brought it to my mind. It's been so long ago, it slipped my mind. How do you really give me? I want a real the coach's perspective. For guys that don't know, Aaron is a coach. He's an amazing basketball coach, accredited
That's
basketball
right.
coach. Coach some of your favorite stars in the NBA. So Aaron, and now I want to harp on the young man because he's younger than me and in the league, so he's doing great. Can't talk too bad about him. But when Carter Bryant's on the sideline, he tears up. He's getting emotional again. Talks about Coach Johnson. What do you think as a coach? Are you like, okay, man, you got to sit down? They play him. They play him through the turnovers. They play him through the foul. They play him through the bad decisions. What would you do in that position? Like, do you sit him down? Do you let him just cry it out? How do you handle that?
I would take a bold approach. First off, you're a man now. So I'm gonna give you that tough love. I'm gonna be in your ass. And if you need some time to go over there and cry it out, cry it out. I don't give a fuck how you have to let it out. Your frustration, you're mad, go cry it out. But you gotta remember, you being over there right now, that's also selfish. Your team needs you.
Okay.
It could be on the bench clapping it up, or it could be on the court. He was getting clocked.
Yeah.
So go cry it out. He was getting that run. So go cry it out. Do what you got to do. All right, now get your ass back over here. Get yourself together. But that also takes leadership from, I think I saw Victor go over there and put his arm around, saying his little something. All right, you're cool. Because remember, this happened with Glenn Davis years ago with KG yelling at his ass.
Baby, yeah.
And it takes, this is a man's league, but it's also that tough love.
Yeah.
That tough love, I'm going to hold you accountable and be in your ass. So as a coach, I feel, go over there and do what you got to do for a couple minutes. Get yourself together and now get yourself back in there because you got to be a professional as well.
Exactly.
So to me, they handled it right, but I feel like after, in the locker room or, at the hotel or whatever, coach is going to sit down and talk to him, probably saying the same stuff I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold you accountable. I'm trying, this is a man's league. We all carry our frustrations in a certain way, but it's a man's league. So, that's how I think they handled it fine, but I would have did both. I'm never gonna, as a coach, you're always gonna get the best out of your players when you're keeping it 100 with them.
100%.
They may not like it at the moment. You may hurt their feelings. You may even get into a little, back and forth. But they know at the end of the day, it's for the better of themselves. And that respect, is there. But I think he'll be okay. I think he just had a moment. But I think they handle it well.
All right. So, hey, like we said, OKC's up 3-2. For them to close this game out in San Antonio, what needs to happen?
Keep playing how they've been playing. And remember that they've been here before. All the pressure is crazy. The pressure is not on OKC. The pressure is on San Antonio. Even though they're the defending champs, and even though, they're up 3-2 to close this out, you got a young team. Like we said, there's only been 2 guys on the 15-man roster who's been in this position before, and you're playing at home? Ooh, that's pressure. Especially for an organization. Shit, that's all there is in San Antonio. They live and die by the Spurs. So this is all the pressure's on San Antonio. So I feel for OKC's sake, just go in there and do what we've been doing.
Okay.
And remember, we're actually short players. We're short key players.
Yeah, J-Dub's out. AJ Mitchell is out.
Yes. So it's like, just go in there and just play how we've been playing. Play how we don't get too high and don't get too low. So
I think that Coach Daigneault has saw the success to slow down Wemby. You can't stop him. You can slow him down. Like I told you guys earlier in the year, he doesn't respond well to bigger body. Well, you can't be taller than him, but more muscular,
bigger,
grown men.
Yeah.
Wemby is going to make Chet his little brother. Wemby, I don't know what it is. He doesn't like him. He has no respect for him, whatever the case may be. Wemby is going to bully Chet. Isaiah Hartenstein that's grown man muscle. That's grown man. All that little that's not working.
That
on
shit
that,
ain't
man.
flying. Yep.
I think they finally saw that once you put some size on Wemby, you can't match him vertically. You got to match him width wise. So like I'm really impressed by that. If Hartenstein keeps playing good, keeps him off the glass, keeps him in check, OKC definitely has a chance, man.
Definitely. I agree with you 100%. That was a great job by their coach. Switching that physicality. And it goes back with European players, outside of Jokic, they don't like to be touched. They do not like to be touched at all. So you put somebody like Hartenstein, who just his whole game is built on physicality. And what people forget is he has that nice float touch, and he's not scared to go at Wemby. He's not scared. He'll attack him.
Put a body on a body.
Yeah, put a body on a body. So I think you're right. And that puts the offense on a lot of them young guys that really, let's be honest, can't create for themselves without Wemby having the ball in dishing.
True.
Besides Fox, I would say a lot of them can't do the ISO by themselves and create for themselves. That's not what their game is built on.
Fox is still relatively hurt. Of course, he can play through it. I believe regular season, Dylan Harper's on the bench right now. But Dylan
Yeah.
Harper is hurt. You can see he's
Yep.
ill by that leg injury, that knee injury. This
Yep.
is not the Western Conference Finals. Dylan Harper is on the bench right now. So
Correct.
we'll see, man. Hey,
We'll
I
see.
want Game 7 personally. I
Me
love
too.
this series.
Me too.
I think it's going to be a little bit better than what we saw with the finals. Well, I think this will be better than what we can see with the finals.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of the finals, man, we saw the Knicks.
Ooh. What I
Boy,
tell you?
I
Tell
hate
you
to
about the
say it.
Knickerbockers.
I hate to say it, man, but the Knicks put belt to the Cavs 4 games straight. Man.
Yo,
What's going on in Cleveland?
man.
Like, what happened, man?
First-
What went wrong?
Number one, the typical
That's-
James Harden playoffs.
Man, he didn't even have a James Harden. He's good for a game. I'll give him that. He's
Yeah,
good
he'll
for
have one game. But
He didn't even
for
have that
some,
one.
me and you last time we were on last week on the pod, we were talking about spacing the
Mm-hmm.
floor, let Donovan do his thing. They just looked like they were outmatched in every position. Donovan, I felt so bad. My nigga was out there by himself.
He was hurt, man.
He was hurting, but it's crazy. I can't even put this just on James. I mean, Evan Mobley, an all-star, a reigning defensive player of the year last year, looked like
Garbage.
shit. He let Cat, man, look like he was the best big in the league for real, for real.
Yeah. Mitchell Robinson, too. He'll come
Mitchell
in.
Robinson was cooking.
He'll come in, get 6 rebounds, and then
What?
foul out.
Man,
You feel me? Like, come
Mitch
in,
was
get some more
tipping.
fouling.
he was tipping. He was smiling, shooting his 23% from the free throw line. Like, I don't care. Like, he was just every
Yeah.
position. They look like outside of Donovan, no one had no heart, no fight. Even playing the game, it was even sad because the games in Cleveland were worse than the games in New York.
Yeah, it was horrible, man.
I mean, I don't even know what to say about Cleveland outside of Donovan. No one came to
And
play.
I think it's always, next game, next man up. You always, it's sports, short memory.
Yeah.
But I think personally, I'm pretty sure you agree too. They never got over game 1.
Never.
They never recovered from that 7-minute mark in the fourth quarter to start that 20-point comeback.
20-point comeback.
They never got over that, man. And like, how do you get over that? Like, what's the remedy for that?
Honestly, there isn't none. As a player and as a coach, mentally, you're screwed. You're mentally fucked. I mean, we seen it when it happened back when Cleveland played the Warriors. Remember, and J.R. Smith called a timeout. I mean, there's certain things
Ball was
mentally.
done, yeah.
It messes you up and it just follows you because you let one slip away on the road. Game 1,
Garden, yeah.
in the Garden. There's no coming back mentally, I feel.
And that was
it's
an
just
athlete
like
too. That should have been a tone.
Yeah.
That should have been the way they beat your ass. You should beat their ass just like that to start the series.
Facts.
Set the tone with an ass whooping in their
Facts.
crib.
in their crib, and you could just tell each game after that they looked depleted right when the fucking tip started.
Yeah.
It almost looked like they were playing in slow motion, like playing like it was a preseason, like the game was over before it started type.
Is this a coaching thing? Does that mean Coach Atkinson is gone, or like is that just this just wasn't
Yeah.
their series? You got to trade somebody on the team. Like what's the next step for Cleveland?
I think it's Atkinson, and the reason why I say this is after Game 3, what he said in that press conference as a coach.
Don't even repeat that, man, because that was the dumbest shit I heard in my life, Aaron.
That is
We
the
won
dumbest
analytically.
shit.
What is an analytical win, man? Come on.
That ain't got. That's what I'm saying. As a player and being a grown man, I couldn't imagine
wouldn't
what he
want to hear
told
that.
them after Game 1. Then, so
Yeah.
you go on national TV after Game 3 and you're saying all this analytical shit that ain't what. I couldn't imagine what he said to them in the locker room after them blowing.
No cameras in the privacy of their
In the
I can
privacy.
imagine that.
So I'm going right to him because if you're ignorant and dumb enough to say this shit in national TV, I know you was dumb enough to say some ignorant, dumb shit in the locker room without the cameras. So
Yeah.
it's a cultural thing, I feel, and they're always going to go after a coach. I don't think it's the players. I don't think it's the players, honestly, because you can't get as many wins in back-to-back seasons. Even with James, before James, they were doing well, and even with James, they were in the regular season. playoffs though come down to the X's and O's with the coaches and the structure.
Yeah.
You got to remember, Kenny, every stop he been, he coached for the motherfucking Hornets.
Trash.
Trash can water. It's like, no. So you got, that's where they got to go. They got to get a coach in here that's established, a coach in there that has structure, and that's going to fight for your players. At the end of the day, that's where the accountability should have came. Fuck the analytics. He should have said, that's on me.
Yeah. He should have called the timeout. Multiple timeouts.
Hell yeah, multiple times. And I never see no fight out of him. Like sometimes as a coach, it's almost like, you get a technical to show your players that you standing up for them.
Yeah.
He don't take no type of accountability, no type of, oh shit, all right, fellas, I'm riding with y'all. I never seen him on the sidelines ever in any other games do that. I'm taking a technical.
Fired up, man.
He never. So as a player, I'm not really in the fight for you if you ain't gonna fight for me. As it is, you see James and Donovan take more control in the timeouts, which that's cool, that's understandable. But I don't ever see Kenny in there.
No, I've never seen him fired up. I never seen him excited. I never seen him sad. I've never seen him emotional before.
Emotional.
He's real stoic. He's just there.
Yeah, you got to show the player something, some type of emotion, because to them they're like looking like, oh, this nigga don't care.
Yeah.
So why should I really? And then you want to go say dumb shit. Now it's really looking bad. Now they're definitely going to the game for like, please. This fool words telling us that we won the 2 out of 3 games analytically. Oh, we won? Yeah. No. So they were done after then. You knew game 4 was a wrap.
And so let me ask you this, because it's crazy. My girlfriend, man, she actually asked me a question, and I was kind of like, I was stuck a little bit. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how to answer her. Mm-hmm. Because she knows, she watches basketball, maybe doesn't know basketball too much, but she knows James Harden. She knows James Harden is like, he's an all-time player. He's a great player. So I'm saying, bench James Harden, get him out the game. As you saw, game 1, he was a cone, man. He couldn't do anything. Mm-hmm. He was a cone. As a coach, how do you pull your, not best player now, but, best player historically? Do you sit him down then? What does that do to the team? How does that look like?
That all goes back to Kenny and upper management. Certain organizations, they will do that for the betterment of the team.
Yeah.
I feel since Kenny's demeanor and how he is, he wasn't going to do that. If you go back to the Lakers when they benched Russ, or a organization like San Antonio, they do what's best for the team regardless of how much money you make. If you're a first ballot Hall of Famer, they don't care. It's for the betterment of the team. They weren't going to sit James Harden out regardless of how he played. He could have played.
You got Shorter right there. Shorter pick up 94 feet every play. Shorter lives in somebody's back pocket. Why not make that move? Or you got Keon Ellis.
They're going to go money and organization. Organization don't have no nuts. And that starts from the top coming all the way down to Kenny. I guarantee you they would have been scared shitless if Kenny sat down. Oh, no. GM would have been pissed off, scared at Kenny, and it probably would have went to the VP all the way to the CEO. The
whole organization, man.
It's the organization. And it was like this back when Braun was about winning, so Braun was the one saying, oh, no, this nigga need to sit down. Or we need to trade and bring this person in. Oh, no. In Cleveland right now with how that organization's ran, James is playing. Definitely. I mean, we see how the timeouts go. James and Donovan are the one coaching.
Yeah.
So James could have had shot 1 for 15 and had 2 points. He still ain't sitting. Even though, what's the white boy's name that can shoot?
Strus.
Strus. Strus.
Sam Merrill.
Yeah, Merrill. Even if they were stroking, they still ain't playing over James.
Yeah.
Because they
neither. That made it easier.
Yeah, and what's crazy is James is on that. They have him on the books, and they know that $50 million. They're like, oh no, because the last thing that they want, but I think it's in their best interest. The last thing they want is for James to demand a trade. I think that'd be in their best interest, honestly.
Yeah,
because that lets Donovan just be Donovan, and you can get some other role players the same way like how San Antonio.
But James Harden is a free agent this year. He has a player option, so either he's going to opt in for $50 million, or they extend him, wherever that looks like, maybe a 2-year, 3-year, whatever the case may be. But how do you trade
I would have to
James
do a
Harden.
signing. I would have to do a signing trade, and it's probably he's reminding me of now how Russ was 3 or 4 years ago.
But who wants that though? Who's trading for that?
And exactly nobody, because you're either tanking right now to try to get a nice
Yeah,
young player in the draft, or you're competing for a championship. No
yeah.
championship team right now wants James Harden, an older James Harden at that. The ball sticks. The ball sticks in his hand.
Man,
So Cleveland shot themselves in the foot with that trade. They were trying to win now. Cleveland was just hoping for this year.
I know a spot I would love him in. I think it works, but they ain't want him though. I think if Harden would have been in Houston this year, kind of just because they got defenders. They can defend. They can play on the wing. They can run without him.
With Kevin,
Yeah. Van Fleet was how I don't know how it would have worked out financially. I don't want to get too deep into that. But if it was a way to trade for Harden, this trade deadline, instead of going for Garland, he maybe went for injured Van Fleet or maybe one of the young guys. I think that's a way better fit for him somewhere that doesn't have. Because why are you with Donovan? Like, Donovan is a two, he's a shooting guard. Donovan is my height, man. Donovan is a point guard. He
yep.
needs the ball in his hand. He needs to attack the rim. He needs to go downhill. He's not a facilitator. He's not a guy that needs somebody. I mean, look at him with Darius Garland. They don't need to play with another ball dominant guard.
Correct.
So I didn't understand that fit to begin with, man. But
You,
so
you
I'm
know,
not GM.
since you mentioned the team, you know what team could use us? They're young. They need a veteran. They need somebody actually who can take away from their best player. What about Orlando?
Ooh, I like that. I
Just
like that.
because that's really what they're lacking.
Get the
You
ball in
know,
Apollo hands some. Let him.
'cause
He can still pass.
he can
He can
still
still
pass
stand up,
correct.
set up runs. Yeah.
So
I like
it
that.
takes a little bit of stress off Suggs bringing the ball. It take a little stress off Wagner.
Yeah.
They still got that young. They're missing just something. It is, but I think James needs to also change his game a little bit.
It's too late for that, man. It's year 18.
Because this nigga just want to do the same thing. He needs to take the mindset if he wants to still contend and still play longer. Say like how a Braun or some of these other guys later on that know that they're first ballot Hall of Famers. I gotta
Yeah.
change a little bit. Like he can still say be ball dominant, but he's gonna have to be 11, 12 assists a game.
And he did it. He did it with Philly. I mean, he got
Yeah,
Embiid,
yes.
MVP.
Yes.
I mean,
So
it's crazy. I don't want to disrespect him. Oh, I think he's a little overrated, but
Uh-huh.
he's a two-time MVP. I don't want to disrespect him. No smut in your name, man. But I think this version of James Harden, 38-year-old James Harden, can still be a somewhat prime version of Steve Nash. Neither one plays
no,
defense. They can
can.
both. He can still run. He can still get you 10,
Yes.
11 assists. Why can he not be a Steve Nash type player? Like, what's
And
stopping that other than the mentality of, oh, I'm James Harden. I averaged 40 for a month. It's a mental thing, man. I hate it for him.
it goes back to like you just said about him. He's been doing the same thing now for all these years. And let's be honest, he's been great at it.
Yeah,
He
amazing.
he changed it, with the double step back. He's put something to this game that we haven't seen before. So I think a lot does have to do with his ego. Why, guys? I've been doing this, and let's be real. People still paying him $50 million a year.
Yeah.
$50 million. So to him, he's like, if they still paying me, shoot,
I'ma
I'm gonna
still-
keep doing me. I'm gonna keep doing me until his value goes down, like a Westbrook or something, where all of a sudden now they're giving you the veteran minimum, or you're only getting paid 5 years. You're like $5 million a year. You're like, okay. But for him, I'm still eating 50 mil. I'm gonna still do me. So,
I,
but I'm with you. If he could just do like you said, a Steve Nash type, hit the open three.
yeah, you don't gotta play no
Forget the
defense.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
forget
to
the
the line.
points.
Get to the line.
Get average 13 and 11, like Steve Nash did. 13 and 11. You put him on a team that's nice and young that has other assets. Shit.
Because, I believe if you lower his value, I might be pushing it, but maybe not 50, 40, 90, but he can give you, 45, 35, 90. He can be an efficient shooter with lower his value. He's still an amazing shooter. He can
Still an
still
amazing shooter.
get to
Yeah.
the rim. tone it down some, man. But
He's still doing the same stuff like he was doing
yeah,
10 years ago. And let's be real, your body
yeah,
it changes, especially with him. We know he's dealt with weight. We know he always at the club. So he's older now. He's dealt with injuries. So he can't do all that at the same high level as he once did 10 years ago when he was MVP. If I'm him, I'm still just using what I'm good at. He got that ass come off that pick.
get a
Let
little
him
quick wing go. It's still
Yep.
there. It's still
Real
there.
basic. He could do old man moves. Let's put it that way. By how his game, because he's never been above the rim. Old
Never.
man
He
moves.
never was an athlete.
Yes.
He was.
So keep doing that then, so it takes off all the extra stuff on your body, the wear and tear, and going into year 18, and dish and go to the line and get your easy ones and hit the spot up three.
Yeah.
He'd be, and I guarantee you, if he did that, like you said, toned his game down a little bit. Oh shit.
Well, hey
He
man,
could-
y'all heard it here first. James
Yeah.
Harden in Orlando might be a good fit, man. Keep your eyes open for the summertime.
For sure.
Well, hey man, we gotta talk about them. They here, they have, and hey, real. I told you all say it. The Knicks have the best point guard in the East, so I give you your credit, my dog. What they gotta do to win this finals, man? How it's looking in New York? What's going on over there?
So they just got to stay who they are. One thing I can say about them, and me and you have said it before, they're a college team in the NBA.
They have the time of their life.
They have the time of their life. They love each other. They goof around with each other. They have the backing, obviously, of the city going crazy.
Yeah.
I feel they just got to keep doing what they're doing. They have so much confidence right now. They remind me of how OKC was last year when it comes to confidence. You got guys like a Mitchell Robinson shooting 30% from the field, but that man don't care. He in there playing, tipping in it, getting
He
tipping,
playing his role.
playing his role and smiling while he's doing it. Okay, yeah, shit, I'm shooting 30% from the field. I'm still having fun out here. And Cat hasn't even had a breakout game. You got Josh Hart having 27 in one game.
Hey, hold up. I gotta argue that point real quick. 'Cause me and my dog got into it.
Yeah.
And I'm a hypocrite. I'll eat my words. I said I need to see Cat live in the paint. Now this point center, point forward, this whatever what Mike Brown is feeding Cat to do to run this offense is beautiful, man. I love it. I love him on the high elbow. I love him coming off the nail. I love him. I've never seen so many cuts off a big when it's two guards running the screen action in the corner, cutting down. Boom, here go Brunson or here go Hart. Like
You know what Mike Brown's doing, right? Remember,
let me know.
Mike Brown this is me just saying this, he probably sat down with Cat and he said, I'm going to use you like when I was in the 7 years in Golden State, like Draymond Green.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere different. Yeah, I can see that.
Remember
I can see that.
how
actually.
Draymond Green was that point forward type, hitting everybody back door or coming off the picks. He's like, I'm going to use you like this, but you're a better shooter. You're a better offensive player than Draymond. So now if I'm the opposing defense, I can't do like teams did against Draymond when it came to the jumper, sagging off. I got to play up on Cat. He can hit the three.
That Cat
gives him
trail
confidence.
three, that is beautiful. The Cat's coming off the trail, man. Kick it back. It's lovely, man. I love that.
It's
Well, I hate to
confidence.
see it, but I love the basketball.
That team has confidence like OKC. You can go in just history of basketball. The demeanor of how they're playing, the lights ain't too big for them. They're not even playing like they're in the playoffs. They're playing like it's a regular season game when they just out there. I mean, role players, McBride. I mean, they just out there
Man,
just playing.
they ain't lost in a month, man. Like you can't.
They just out there playing. And their confidence, and that's the scariest thing, is a team in the playoffs that has confidence. Because you can't sit there and say, we can only look at Brunson. We can only look at Cat. Because you got Josh Hart having a playoff career high the other night. Oh, shit. What do you think that does for this man? Knocking down threes. You got Bridges. You got McBride. You got Shamit. Shamit. People don't realize this man has played for like half of the teams in the NBA.
I started with Philly, man. We let him go.
Yes, he got that confidence in that one game. My nigga just started flaming.
Yeah.
Now look,
I think he said 60% for three. This
yes,
playoffs, man, that's amazing, bro. Like that's
like people don't realize you give a shooter confidence, and it's an ocean to them. That is the
and
scariest thing.
he just got himself paid, man. He just got himself
Big
$100 million. He's $100 million man now off one series, off a couple of series, but
off of a
one
couple
playoff
series.
one.
And to him, and the one thing about that team, since they love playing with each other and they got so much confidence, they looking for his ass. He in the game, you catch that bitch, you shoot it. You can, so as a shooter, oh, that's all I need to hear. Everybody believes in me and everybody want to give me the rock. Oh shit, I'm letting that bitch fly, and that's why it's going.
Give me the green light, yeah.
Give me the
That's how
green
he
light.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I think it's gonna be very hard to beat the Knicks. Very hard. They just got so much confidence. They got no injuries.
Yeah.
OG's back. So
And they can rest too. They got at least the
Yep.
next 4 nights off.
Yep.
Well, like 2 nights off.
they got a few nights, and that's what hurt them in the last two when Thibodeau was there. Is playing 6 guys all the minutes. That's what hurt them later on in the playoffs. So now you got these role players who are killing, and your starters are able to rest. That's always been the Achilles heel of the Knicks the last couple of years. Is their starting five playing too damn much, and then playoffs come, they don't got no energy and shit. But the Knicks, woo!
Hey, well, look, you said it's almost impossible. I need to know what's going to be possible. What's going to be happening in 2 weeks? Who's holding up that Larry O'Brien trophy, man? What you think?
OKC Thunder.
The Thunder?
The Thunder. I
Okay.
don't want it. Out of all the 3 teams, obviously you got San Antonio Knicks already there, and them. They're the only ones that have that experience all around.
Okay, so you're saying
It's
the Thunder
different. I'm saying the Thunder are going to beat San Antonio in 7.
in 7? Okay.
In 7, and then they're going to beat the Knicks, and I got OKC in 6 over the Knicks.
Okay, seeing 6 over the Knicks.
I just feel like the Knicks, Brunson's going to do his thing based on how he plays, his style, but it's tough to count on all them other players when New York ain't been to the damn final since 99. They going to have all the stars there. Them lights get brighter.
Yeah, they do.
Everybody OKC on their team has been there before. So, but I could be wrong. All I could say, though, is I'm undefeated this series or this playoff. I'm undefeated.
Man, I'm taking San Antonio in 6, but
Okay.
that might look bad after tomorrow night. So we're going. I definitely think whoever comes out the West wins the series. I think those are
Yeah.
the 2 best teams left. I think the Thunder are a little bit better. I think the Spurs are a little bit better.
Yeah.
But you can never discount continuity. You can never downplay rest.
Yep.
You can never downplay just a mindset. Like I said,
Correct.
they haven't lost in a month. They haven't had a game closer than 20 points since the Hawks, man. So I don't think anybody on that team thinks it's a player better than Brunson left. So I think
yes.
they have the
Yep.
backing of the city, and they have built into each other. They buy into each other. They have a chance, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if
They
it goes
do.
either way. Yeah.
They do. And it's scary, since you even mentioned just about Brunson, I think how much confidence all them players have, I don't think there's another matchup against San Antonio or OKC that they don't think they're better than. You know what I'm saying? Just how much confidence they have.
You might be right.
They're like, what? Bridges, you definitely better than, Dort. I mean, numbers have shown it. I mean, everybody on the Knicks who's been playing a good amount of minutes has been killing.
Yeah.
So it's like numbers don't lie. So you got a great point when you said that. Great point.
Okay. Well, hey, tomorrow night, you guys know we have Game 6 with the Spurs versus the Thunder. We'll be back this weekend to catch you guys up with that and give our official predictions for the finals. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight to Fourth Quarter Sports. Peace.